So good morning everyone, welcome to the morning after show, the morning after the night before. It's still just about morning, hence me a beveragini on the go. Bank holiday, I think it's like 11:45 or something like that. I've been putting this video off because it's not going to be a positive one. And I like to do positive videos. I like to take a positive look and a positive spin on things. Not sort of naive and not just blind ignorance, but you know, if we've won a game, let's not worry about who didn't play well. Let's worry about who played well. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of that today. Positives. ASM looked bright. He looked dangerous at times, particularly in the first half. A lovely bit of skill just before Xhaka took him out to get a yellow card. And that was it. That was it. I did miss a few sections of the game because after the second goal, I thought, I ain't watching this. So I turned it off, did my usual thing, sulked for 2 minutes, then put it back on. Then did that again 5 minutes before the end. But yeah, so it was just, we weren't hammered, we weren't destroyed, we were just well beaten and just dismantled and just dealt with easily, like at St James's Park, you know. Arsenal were 11th at the time. They're in the I know just, but they're in the bottom half with us. Okay, they've got some fantastic individuals, you know. On their day, the likes of Aubameyang, Odegaard, Danny Ceballos, David Luiz. I don't rate him, but he's a good player, I suppose. But Christ, they haven't functioned well for some time, and they just didn't have to do anything. You know, we conceded another early goal, El Neni, and just from there on in, Arsenal just took over. And we didn't put them under any pressure. They didn't have to overexert themselves. We just, it was so lackadaisical, so passive, and like I said, it just stinks of a team who've been, you know, telling each other how well they've done to turn it around, to get this 9-point buffer. You know, oh, we've done so well, we've put in so much effort, and then just to go out and give that. You know, I know Liverpool are struggling, but Liverpool are a much better team than Arsenal. West Ham are a better team than Arsenal. We played better in parts against those teams than we did at any point yesterday. Just no fight, no commitment, no desire, no drive. What was the game plan? What was the game plan? Like I said, Arsenal are 11th place, struggling for confidence. They have to rotate their team because of Europa League commitments. Let's take advantage of that, you would think. And then we just they come to St James's Park. We just let them play. No pressure on the ball. Give them every opportunity. Fuck around when we have got the ball. No one's showing. Jonjo Shelvey is pedestrian. Sean Longstaff, it was alright. You know, he ran around, but he didn't offer anything. Miggy Almiron, I'll get to him in a minute. I think we should sell that fucker in the summer. That was rude. No need to call him that, but I think we should sell Miggy Almiron in the summer. No, I'll get to that in a minute. But another thing that struck me is with the ball, it reminded me of, do you remember the Palace game? Which I think we lost, and we went 1-0 up early. Jonjo Shelvey, and then we ended up losing that game. But when we had the ball, which is so slow, so passive, so fucking, oh my God, it's so simple and so obvious what we're going to do. Like Jacob Murphy, right wing back, gets the ball, takes 2 or 3 touches, pretty much stares at the next player, then passes it across to Federico Fernandez. Takes 2 touches. There's no 1-2 touch. It takes 2 or 3 touches. Has to think, passes it into Kieran Clark, and has the same thing. And it takes like 10-15 seconds to get from one right full wing back to the other. And it's so obvious. And Arsenal just moving across because there's no switch of play. And Jonjo Shelvey, when he does dink it, it's so obvious what he's going to do. You can set up to counter it. And it's just, there's no movement in the midfield. At one point, Sean Longstaff had the ball, and Jonjo Shelvey was stood like 3 feet from him, just stood still. as if he was just going to like roll it to him off the top of his foot. It's like, what are you doing? No movement. Callum Wilson made some decent runs in behind, working the channels like he does. Wasn't getting a good service. No one played well, really. Matt Ritchie put some decent balls into the box, but the goalkeeper dealt with every single one of them. Like I said, ASM, ASM, considering the chat that's been in the media this week about, you know, is he going to be sold in the summer? You know, he's probably looking at the situation. You know, he gets on with the fans. When the fans come back, it'll be up to us to sort of make him feel, you know, at home. But he'll probably come off that field thinking, why the fuck would I want to stick around here? Useless. Right, Miggy Almiron. This might shock a few. Actually, let's go through the whole team. Dubravka possibly could have done a little bit better with the El Neni goal, but that's clutching at straws. The second goal was just, I thought he was offside, playing it out, but obviously not. You know, it's just good play. Jacob Murphy, not his greatest game. Crosses overhit. Lost the battle out wide continuously. Got done again and again. Didn't look comfortable. Okay, battery. 3 centre backs. Just, I thought they were just pulled around all over the place. They looked a bit ponderous. No one was really controlling it. So all 3 of them were like, oof. Matt Ritchie, enthusiastic, effort, vocal, leadership, I suppose. Put some balls into the box, but it was just, it wasn't a case of that Matt Ritchie was pulling his weight and no one else was, but it was just like, yeah. Sorry, I got no enthusiasm for this. John Joe Shelby, like I said, just pedestrian. How's he got? Fuck me. That is not a captain, I'm sorry. I'm not saying I could do any better, obviously I couldn't, but he's just slow, static, no ideas. You never see him directing people. Sean Longstaff could do with someone better next to him, I think, to help him out. I think Sean Longstaff with an Isaac Hayden next to him is a decent prospect. Few good balls, few good running, but he just faded. He wasn't in the game much. He couldn't compete. I'll leave Miguel Almiron to last. ASM, like I said, bright first half, then just faded. Wilson, nice to see him start another game under his legs, under his belt, in his legs. Right, Miggy Almiron. What does this fella offer? He needs a sack full of chances to score 1 or 2. Alright, he's quick, but on the counter-attack, he's always in the wrong position. His situational awareness is shite. He doesn't read the game, what's going on. We had a chance where he broke to play in Wilson straight away. Wilson made the correct run, and he doesn't have a clue what's going on. He's like a headless fucking chicken. Run it. He gets so excited. He's weak. Gets bullied off the ball. He runs out of ideas, like I've just alluded to. And the amount of times I've seen him give the ball away and pass it, or play stupid passes. You know, it's a simple pass. And he's like, it's fucking weak. Gives the ball away too much. Never going to win a 50-50 tackle. And I'm just I know he's got this quality, right? I've always, yeah, and he runs around a lot and he puts a lot of effort in. He never gives up. I'll give him that. But, you know, this is his 3rd season now. You know, we've had him for 2.5 years. And at not one point have I been like top player. He's had a few really good performances. The West Brom away in the Cup last season springs to mind. He scored some decent goals, but he's also missed a fuckload of chances. And I'm just a bit like, I think it's, if Atletico Madrid come in with, how much are we buying for? 20 million? 21 million? If Atletico Madrid come in with anything near 20 million, or say 25, I'd fucking go, out you go. Because he ain't all that, I don't think. My most likely an unpopular opinion, but I'm just, You look at the positives in his game, or his pace, is sometimes his passing, and his skill, his dribbling ability. Right? All of that is negated. He can't. Perhaps he's being coached wrong. Who knows? I suspect he'll go to La Liga, and he'll really fit in. But like we saw it last week against Liverpool, Joe Linton is pretty much through, and he just runs it. He's off the ball, and he just runs into him. Doesn't. What are you doing? Then the Wilson one I spoke about just now yesterday. And there's numerous times where he gets the ball and you're like, Mickey, release it. And he's too busy like running around like in circles. Then the chances go. For a player with such pace, I've never seen someone hold up so many counter-attacks in my life. And perhaps this is an emotional reaction, but I would. Who have we got next? Leicester? I wouldn't be playing them against Leicester. Not starting. No way. With Leicester's midfield, we need to overload the midfield with players who are good on the ball and who just safe keep possession. So I would be saying, there's no doubt Shelvey will fucking start, of course. I would say Shelvey and the two Longstaffs in midfield. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. But Arsenal, it just pisses me off because the last 4 games was the Spurs draw, the Burnley win, West Ham win, and Liverpool draw. Okay, we played well throughout the game against Spurs, I think, especially first half. Burnley, crap first half, crap. Second half, for a 20-25 minute spell, we were dynamite, and that won the game. West Ham, very, very good first half. Shit second half for most of the game. Liverpool, okay throughout the game. Okay, but should have been done 8 or 9, really. And then yesterday was just diabolical. Just like, I was like, can I be asked to watch this? I was like, it's taken me more effort to watch this game than they're actually putting in. It's like, I sat outside in the garden in the sunshine thinking, fucking hell, they're chilling more than me. Just no enthusiasm. Season's not fucking over yet, boys. Yeah? Season's not over yet. Good job, Fulham lost the weekend, because I know we got that nice buffer. But if they won and then we put in a performance like that, their tails are up in a big way. And we've got 2 ginormous games now against big teams who we're probably not going to beat. You know, let's be honest. We haven't got the worst record against Leicester in the Premier League. I've got itchy nose. They've beaten us. We were well beat by them twice last season. This season, I can't remember the reverse fixture. Was it 2-1? I think it was 2-1, and Andy Carroll scored. So we might be able to get a draw. City will wipe the floor of us with fucking blindfolds on, you know. And then we've played at Sheffield United, then Fulham. Even if we're mathematically safe by that Fulham game, if we carry on like we are, they're going to embarrass us. Because if they beat us 3 or 4-0, or soundly 2-0, like we were yesterday, you know, not that it matters, but the whole league could be like, well, Fulham to, you know, robbery. Fulham deserve to stay out. These cunts don't. That's that, right? So, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll be doing more. I'm going to do some research and might do a little video on Jamal Lewis, because we've not seen him for some time, have we? But yeah, like I said, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Cheers.